Hey, dinner's ready, right? Where'd you put it?
I cooked it. I left it in the fridge, so just heat it up when you get home.
The fridge? Why is it still cold? Normally, you'd take it out so it's ready when I return.
I have work too, you know. Can't you just heat it up right after you get home?
You should figure out what time I get back. Or is it that you just can't be that thoughtful? You really never learn, do you?
Don't talk to me like that. I did all the chores today and even made your meal. A little appreciation would be nice.
Appreciation? Why are you acting like it's some big deal? Making dinner is your role, isn't it?
Role, you say? I work too, and I handle everything at home all by myself. It's awful for you to dismiss that so lightly.
I'm the one more tired from work. Don't start with all this emotional nonsense. It's exhausting. As long as there's food, that's enough.
We're family. Why would you say something so cold? When did our relationship become like this?
Relationship? Who cares? What I'm saying is, just heat up the food and serve it. That's all you need to do.
You don't consider my feelings at all, do you? No matter how exhausted I am, you don't care about that, huh?
You're asking me to care about your feelings? How spoiled can you be? You're doing all this on your own, aren't you?
On my own? Are you really ignoring everything I've done for you and the family?
Of course I am. I didn't ask for any of it, so I don't owe you any gratitude.
Hearing you say that, it hurts. To you, I'm nothing more than a convenient tool, am I?
Don't exaggerate with convenient. Cooking and cleaning, anyone can do that. Don't think you'll get too much out of doing them.
I've been doing those simple things for years. Not acknowledging that at all is just cruel.
There's nothing to acknowledge. If you're doing it on your own, it's not my place to comment. You really need to understand your place.
My place? I'm your wife. It's natural to support the household as part of the family, but not being appreciated for it at all is just wrong.
Wanting appreciation? That's where you're mistaken. To me, you're just someone who cooks and cleans. Stop bringing up unnecessary stuff.
Hearing you talk like that really hurts me.
Things are fine as they are. Chill out and focus on keeping the house in order without stressing too much.
What is that supposed to mean? Hey, I have something important to tell you. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, but I never got the chance. Still, I can't let things stay like this forever. So, you're going to listen to me this time.
What?
No matter how much you ignore me, it won't work this time. You're going to listen to me. I can't let things stay vague any longer. This is an important conversation about our family's future, so I'd like you to take it seriously.
What is it? If you're making such a big deal out of this and it turns out to be something trivial, I won't forgive you. Don't waste my time.
After 12 years, this is the first proper response I get from you, and that's how you start? The person who ignored me every time I tried to talk has the nerve to act like this now, huh? Don't you even feel a little guilty?
Enough already. I'm busy. I don't have time for pointless chatter. If you've got something to say, spit it out.
Fine. Actually, I've been transferred to a new position.
What? Transferred? And what does that mean for us?
I've been working at the main office, but now I'll be transferred to a branch office in another state. It's too far to commute, so I'll need to move.
You've got to be kidding me. Did they tell you how long this will last, or was it just decided without your input?
The duration isn't set yet. I've heard it might be around a year, but it could be extended or shortened, depending on the situation. So I'll be moving. But what about you and Emily? Do you plan to come with me?
Huh? What's going on? After all this time acting like a big shot elite at home, you've been demoted? Serves you right. You must have been so arrogant at work too, making everyone hate you, and now they've finally gotten rid of you. Guess you had it coming.
Don't make assumptions. I've been getting along well with my colleagues, and this transfer has nothing to do with that.
That's just how you see it. I bet everyone else sees it completely differently. What's next? Are you going to claim our family is perfectly happy and harmonious? Oh no, please spare me that.
Of course not. How could I expect something like that from someone who hasn't even spoken to me properly in 12 years?
I see. At least you've figured that much out. Good for you. So what's next? What do you want from us?
That's exactly why we need to have a proper discussion. I can't decide something this important all on my own, can I?
Let me be clear, though. I have a job here, so there's no way I'm moving. I'm not leaving this house either.
I understand that, but we still need to decide what Emily is going to do.
Come on, isn't it obvious? Just like me, she hasn't spoken to you in 12 years. Why would she want to go with you? Plus, she's in high school. There's no way I'm letting her transfer.
That might be true for now, but she's in her senior year. Depending on her plans, coming with me might actually be better.
She's already decided on the college she wants to attend.
What? Really? I had no idea.
Of course, she didn't tell you. Anyway, just pack up and get out of this house.
Get out? I mean, I might come back eventually.
Nope. No need to come back. You've got no place in this house anymore. In fact, we've been ignoring you all these years because we've been trying to drive you out.
What? Trying to drive me out? What's that supposed to mean?
Both Emily and I hate you from the bottom of our hearts. The only reason I didn't divorce you was because you made decent money. But now that you've been demoted and your career's in decline, it's time to reconsider this whole relationship.
What? What are you even saying?
Just pack your stuff and get out.
This can't be happening. It's been a while. Sorry I haven't been in touch. It's not like I forgot about you or anything, but things have been so hectic.
Yeah, I get it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what's up? It's rare for you to reach out.
Actually, I just found out I'm being transferred. I kind of expected it, but now that it's happening, I'm struggling to wrap my head around it.
Oh, I see. That must be tough. A transfer means a lot of prep, and adjusting to a new environment is never easy. So, where are you headed?
The new office is relatively close to your place. That's why I was wondering, could I stay there for a while? I've got so much to handle, like finding a new place to live and sorting out my stuff. It's honestly too much to do on my own.
Of course. You're more than welcome. If you're coming back, your mom will be thrilled too. And if there's anything you need help with, just let me know. Don't stress about it.
I appreciate it.
Just hearing about a transfer sounds like a lot to adjust to, especially in a new environment. There'll probably be challenges with relationships and other things at first, but don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Just hearing that makes me feel so much better. Even though I knew this job could involve transfers, it's still overwhelming once it actually happens.
But you've always been someone who pushes through no matter what. I'm sure you'll get through this too. Still, what about your family? What's Joshua and Emily's plan? Are they moving with you, or is this something you'll be handling on your own?
Well, Joshua has his job, and Emily can't transfer schools since she's about to graduate, so it looks like they'll both stay in the current house. I'll be moving alone, which might be a bit challenging at first, but I think I'll manage.
I see. That sounds kind of tough. Back in the day, it was pretty much unimaginable for a family to live apart like that. But I guess it's becoming more common now.
Honestly, I don't feel all that sad about it. If anything, I feel a bit lighter, and I'm hoping this transfer can be a fresh start for me.
Really? Well, that's a bit of a relief to hear. But you tend to push yourself too hard, so don't overdo it, okay? If anything comes up, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you. That really means a lot to me. Make sure you tell Mom I said hi. I'll be staying for a while, but I'll do my best not to cause any trouble.
Wait, what do you mean?
Our family, it's already broken.
What? What are you talking about?
Dad, I'm sorry I never told you this before, but I haven't spoken to them in about 12 years.
What?
All of a sudden, they just stopped talking to me. That was 12 years ago. Since then, they've ignored me completely, and I only just found out why. They were trying to force me out of the house.
What? Why would they do such a thing?
I think I remember how it started. It was around the time when I was doing well at work and Joshua wasn't. That's when things between us started falling apart. There was a time when Joshua truly loved me and was so kind, but he's not that person anymore. Even Emily seems to have been influenced by him.
What do you want to do about this?
My mind is already made up. That's why I want to talk to you and Mom about it when I come home.
I understand. No matter what happens, your mom and I are on your side. Never forget that, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'm leaving this house and moving to my new place.
Yes, the annoying old bat we've been putting up with for 12 years is finally out of our lives.
I take it Emily feels the same way. She never responds when I ask her, so I assume that's the case.
Of course she does. Both of us are happy about this, so don't ever contact us again.
No contact at all? Not even the bare minimum connection as a family?
Obviously. Do you have any idea how much pain you've caused us? We don't need any contact with you.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm the one who suffered. Do you know how much it hurt when you treated me so coldly and ignored me for all those years?
Come on, give me a break. You've always put your job first and treated this family as an afterthought. Someone like you doesn't get to play the victim. With you gone, we'll finally have some peace. Emily's looking forward to living without you too.
When did I ever neglect this family? Even when I was busy with work, I still handled the housework and gave everything I had for this family. So why did both you and Emily keep ignoring me, treating me like I didn't exist? What exactly was so unacceptable about me?
Unacceptable? It was all because of your attitude. Can't you see that? Take a good look at yourself.
Look at myself? Do you know how many times I've done that over these 12 years? Do you know how much I've blamed myself? But in the end, I couldn't find any answers because neither of you ever gave me a reason. You just kept ignoring me. Our relationship fell apart because of your work issues, didn't it?
What?
It wasn't my fault. It was your own issues that caused this, wasn't it?
That's right. So if you already know, there's no point dragging this out. When I was struggling at work, you kept bragging about how well things were going for you.
I wasn't bragging. I talked about my work because I thought it might help you feel supported during that tough time. I wanted to encourage you and hoped you'd get back on your feet. But you never cared to understand how much I wanted to help you, did you?
Support? Give me a break. You were looking down on me the entire time. That attitude of yours only pushed me further into a corner.
But I never did anything to make you hate me. You lost your job once, so I worked harder to make up for it. And when you finally found another job, I was genuinely happy for you. So why did I deserve to be hated?
Because you looked at me like I was beneath you.
What? Wait a minute. I never looked at you that way.
I know how you looked at me, sitting at home after losing my job, like I was nothing but a burden. Did you really think I wouldn't notice?
I don't remember ever looking at you like that. If anything, I was worried about you. You were someone who always worked hard, just like me. So when you lost your job, I thought you might be feeling down and I wanted to help.
Don't talk down to me. Don't you dare pity me like that. You were flaunting your career in a big corporation, acting like you were on the fast track to success. You're absolutely rotten to the core.
I wasn't bragging. I worked hard and earned money so you wouldn't have to rush into finding another job. That's all I wanted.
Well, that's not how it came across to me. But you know what? After seeing your attitude, Emily took my side. She's such a kind and understanding daughter.
So both of you saw me that way all this time?
Anyway, now you're just a washed-up, demoted old hag. If you can't bring in money anymore, you're completely done. You'd better work your butt off to keep earning so we don't completely abandon you. From now on, it's just me and Emily. Don't try to involve yourself with us anymore. And I mean it. No contact. Just quietly send the money. That's all you're good for now.
It seems like we're beyond saving, aren't we? Okay, I'm never going to contact you.
Yes. Emily's going to be thrilled when I tell her about this. Maybe we'll get sushi tonight to celebrate.
Well then, goodbye. I hope you both find happiness.
I don't understand what's going through your head. What's going on? You've always been a selfish woman, even 12 years ago. But this is beyond belief. What the hell are you thinking? Explain yourself.
Huh? What's going on? It's rare to hear from you, so I assume it's something urgent.
Urgent doesn't even begin to cover it. I don't care about anything else right now. Figure out how to calm me down.
What?
You suddenly sent me divorce papers out of nowhere. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Don't think you can settle this in such a ridiculous way.
Why are you so angry? Our marriage has been over for a long time. Filing for divorce is just the logical next step, isn't it? I thought it would be better for both of us to put a definitive end to this. Or are you still holding on to something?
Holding on to something? Are you kidding me? I'm furious because you took it upon yourself to decide something like this and sent it without discussing it with me. I should be the one in control of the divorce process. Your reckless actions are completely unacceptable.
Control? Who cares about that? The one who wants the divorce just starts the process. It's as simple as that. It's not about rights.
What did you say?
Or are you saying you don't actually want to divorce me? Because that will be a different story.
Of course not. There's no way I'd want to stay with a woman like you any longer. I'm just pissed that you took action before I did.
You might think it was reckless, but honestly, it should work out in your favor. You've wanted this divorce all along, haven't you?
Yeah, I did plan to divorce you eventually. That's why I ignored you for so long. But that doesn't mean you should have been the one to make the first move.
What are you even talking about?
Still, are you really okay with this? I'm just trying to look out for you, you know?
Look out for me? What could you possibly be worried about when you can't even manage your own life?
You've been demoted and your career's in decline. How do you plan to survive on your own? You might even get laid off next year.
I don't need you worrying about that. I'm not going to cause you any trouble, and I know how to take care of myself just fine. You can rest easy.
Well, you sound so confident. Or are you just putting on a brave face?
I'm not. And let me make this clear. Being transferred to the branch office wasn't a demotion.
What? What do you mean?
In our company, it's customary to be transferred to a branch before moving up the ladder. Staying at the main office doesn't give you a full understanding of how the organization operates. So, They send employees to a branch to gain insight into how things work at different levels. It's a necessary step before advancing in the company.
But didn't you say you didn't know when you'd be back?
That's true. They said it's about a year, but it could be sooner, or it could be extended. I only meant that I don't know the exact timing of my return to the main office.
So you're actually on the path to a promotion?
That's right. I've been achieving solid results at work. When I return to the main office, I'm expected to take on the role of department head.
Well, looks like your habit of bragging hasn't changed one bit.
Can you not take this as bragging? I was just correcting your misunderstanding. Honestly, the bigger issue is taking pleasure in someone else's struggles.
It's not like I take joy in everyone's failures. It's just yours that made me happy.
I see. Looks like our marriage really is over. Well, after being ignored for 12 years, I suppose it's no surprise.
Well, thanks for finally making the call. I honestly thought you'd cling to me forever, knowing you'd probably stay single after we split.
Don't flatter yourself. I've got my limits too, you know.
Oh? So you've finally hit yours, huh?
No, I hit my limit a long time ago. The first 2 years were the only time I tried to mend things between us.
Then, why did you stick around for the next 7 years?
One reason, Emily. I decided to stay until she graduated high school. No matter how much you two ignored and hated me, she's the child I carried and gave birth to. I wanted to fulfill my basic responsibilities as her mother.
Well, thanks to you, she's now a senior in high school. Are you sure you're okay not sticking around to see her graduate?
Emily wouldn't want that, would she?
Exactly.
And I've been preparing to live on my own.
Preparing?
Even though I've been earning a decent income, living alone means I need more financial stability. I was worried my current savings wouldn't be enough. So for the past 6 years, I've been investing to grow my assets.
Wait, what? Since when?
You didn't notice, did you? Well, you never paid attention to me anyway, so that's no surprise. Now I've built up a significant amount of wealth. I can live comfortably without any worries.
Huh? Is that so?
Oh, and there's one more thing. Evidence for the divorce.
Evidence? What are you talking about?
If I'm going to divorce you, I need a solid reason. I was originally going to use the fact that you've been ignoring me for years, but recently, I found out something much more interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, you're having an affair, aren't you?
What? What are you talking about?
Don't bother denying it. I've got solid evidence. Your affair is with a junior colleague at your company, and she's married too. This makes it what people call a double affair, doesn't it?
I didn't do anything like that.
Your excuses don't work anymore. I already have more than enough evidence to prove it. And obviously, you'll make sure to compensate me properly for your actions.
Wait, hold on. Compensation? There's no way I can manage that.
Why not?
You know how much I make, don't you?
Oh, I do. You managed to get a new job, but at a ridiculously low salary. I told you not to rush into it, didn't I?
Shut up. At the time, this was the only company that would take me.
Then you have no right to complain. Just pay the compensation.
Look, it's fine if it's just me and Emily, but she's going to college soon.
Yeah, I know. And you'll be the one paying for that too. It's no longer my concern. I've already fulfilled my responsibilities as her mother.
It's been a while. This is Joshua. I have a question. Zoe is staying there, isn't she? There's something I absolutely need to talk to her about.
What's this all of a sudden? What's happened?
There's no way she could have moved in such a short amount of time. Logistically, it's impossible. If she's anywhere, it has to be at her parents' house, so I'm certain she's there, right? I'm heading over now. Tell Zoe she needs to talk to me. We need to have this conversation face to face.
If that's what you're thinking, I won't stop you from coming, but I will absolutely not allow you to meet Zoe.
Why not? I have the right to speak to Zoe. What gives you the right to take that away from me?
Your relationship with Zoe is already over, isn't it? There's no reason to talk anymore. Or are you just trying to make excuses?
You've already heard everything from Zoe, haven't you? And now you're planning to shut me out completely?
I've heard it all. It's a terrible story. I thought you and Zoe had built a happy life together. She tried so hard to mend things between you two, and yet you ignored her efforts the entire time, didn't you? Without saying a word to us, she carried on bravely, putting up a strong front. Do you have any idea how much she suffered?
Zoe was suffering like that? She endured it all alone and I had no idea.
You've got some nerve saying that now. The fact remains, you ignored her for years. Your actions drove her into a corner.
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I finally realize now how foolish I've been all this time.
You've realized it far too late. Do you think your apology can heal the wounds you've caused her? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you and Zoe to start over again.
I lashed out at her because I was frustrated with my work. I thought being strict with her would help me maintain some semblance of authority. Looking back, I see how childish and foolish I was. Please, give me one more chance.
A chance? After you went and had an affair with another woman? You have the audacity to ask for that?
Yes, I admit that my weakness led me to make terrible choices. When things at home weren't going well, I sought escape with someone else. But I'm ending that relationship, I swear.
And do you think that will make me forgive you?
Please, at least think about Emily. Your granddaughter's future is at stake.
Why Emily ended up in such a situation, I truly don't know. But as much as I care about my granddaughter, my priority will always be my daughter.
But Emily's college plans.
There are many ways to ensure she can pursue her education. Embarrassing as it is to admit, we weren't exactly well off enough to easily send Zoe to college either.
Really?
That's why Zoe worked part-time during high school to save up for her tuition. Of course, she kept up with her studies at the same time and earned her place in college. I can only hope Emily has inherited that determination.
Unbelievable.
In any case, Zoe will never have anything to do with you again. And as for me, I will never forgive you. Don't you dare show your face to me again.
Damn it. So it's no use after all. But well, whatever. I've got a new woman now anyway. I'll just build a happy home with her instead.
Fine. Go ahead and live your life however you want.
Yeah, bye. Hey Zoe, are you out of your mind or something?
Excuse me?
What were you thinking? Do you even realize what you've done?
What is it now? I told you not to contact me unless it was related to the divorce.
Emily left the house. She said she's going to live with you. What the hell is going on? Were you in contact with her?
No, I wasn't. She didn't even share her phone number with me.
Then why would she do that?
The day I left the house, I put a letter in Emily's desk drawer. In it, I wrote about how much I care for her and I included my phone number.
A letter?
I wanted her to know, even if it was just once, how much I've always thought about her. Then, 4 days ago, she called me and we met to talk.
What? What did you talk about?
She made it very clear just how much of a piece of trash you are.
Excuse me?
It seems you've been bad-mouthing me to Emily behind my back, making up all sorts of nonsense like saying I neglected her for my career, or that I was talking badly about you. Isn't that right?
Emily said that to you?
I was often away from home because of work, so Emily gradually started to see me as the enemy, all because she believed the lies you fed her. If a parent keeps repeating the same thing to a young child, of course, it's going to brainwash them.
I never said anything like that.
You can't make excuses anymore. I'm so furious at the cruelty of what you've done. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind.
What are you talking about?
Emily started to doubt what you've been saying when she saw how hard I worked at both my job and taking care of the house. But instead of letting her come closer to me, you doubled down. You told her I was cheating and that I only came back home reluctantly because I couldn't get a divorce. How could you not understand how much it would hurt a child to hear their parent is having an affair? What you did is the absolute lowest, most despicable thing a parent could do, and yet it worked. For a long time, Emily believed you completely. But after reading my letter and seeing what life was like after I left, she started to realize just how much I had been doing for this family.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word you're saying.
Emily saw everything you were doing at home. Lying on the couch watching TV, messing around on your phone. That's all you did. You didn't help with housework. You didn't seriously think about her college plans. You just sat there doing nothing, and she figured it all out. Emily apologized for misunderstanding me. She regretted how much she had treated me and said she wanted to live with me. So from now on, I'll take full responsibility for raising Emily. I have no intention of leaving her in your care.
Wait a second. You can't just do whatever you want. Emily should stay with me. I won't allow her to live with you.
Oh, really? And how exactly are you going to take care of her? With the compensation claim from your affair partner's husband and your company's disciplinary actions hanging over you? Emily also knows everything you did. Not just the affair, but the lies you told to turn her against me. She sees through all of it.
Damn it. That brat just had to spill everything.
This is why I can't leave Emily with you. I'll take responsibility for her myself. You, on the other hand, need to clean up the mess that is your life. I want nothing more to do with you. Don't contact me about this again. You'll hear from my lawyer, so just respond through them.
Wait, please. I'm about to lose everything. My money, my job. I don't even know what to do anymore. So at least let me keep my family.
Family? Our family ended a long time ago. The moment you ignored me and poisoned Emily against me, everything was over. Your suffering is your own fault. Neither Emily nor I are going to let you drag us down any further. Live your life however you want, but leave us out of it.
Please, just give me one more chance. This time, I promise to cherish our family.
A second chance? I've never even considered it. We've already suffered more than enough because of you. I don't ever want to have anything to do with you again.
No. What am I supposed to do now?
That's for you to figure out. I'm no longer responsible for your life. From now on, communicate through the lawyer. My final responsibility is to ensure you don't influence Emily anymore. So this is goodbye for real.
No way.
Joshua ended up getting fired from his job. Though he tried looking for new employment, he couldn't secure a stable position. Eventually, he began working as a temp contractor, bouncing from one short-term job to another. The news of his affair spread through his workplace, earning him cold stares from colleagues. Even his friends started distancing themselves. It seems his own personality brought about the collapse of his relationships. Now he lives alone in a cheap, cramped apartment, spending his days in solitude. With alimony payments and debt hanging over him, he struggles to afford proper meals and has reportedly grown thin and frail. To make matters worse, his affair partner abandoned him, and her husband sued him, leaving Joshua to pay a hefty settlement. It's a sad story, though entirely his own doing. These days, he's barely scraping by, working night shifts at a part-time job with no certainty about how long he can keep this up. On the other hand, I've settled into my new role at the branch office and I'm thoroughly enjoying my fresh start. Emily successfully got into college and is balancing her studies with a part-time job as she works toward independence. The 12 years we lost were significant, but now, a bond of trust and love has blossomed between us, and that's even stronger than before. Together, we're focused on building a new and brighter future filled with happiness.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.